Hi guys.
Hey, I'm Dean.
I'm Michael.
And we're the Dean and Michael Show, also known as
The Damn Show. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.
It is, gosh, it's what? It's December. It's December.
It's December.
And we haven't seen you guys since October. So if we haven't seen you since October, we wanted to say thank you to everybody that has been watching the channel and following up with all the different episodes we've been having.
So don't forget to subscribe to the is it at the Damn Show.
At the Damn Show on Instagram.
On YouTube and on Instagram.
Right.
So don't forget to just give us a couple of likes. Watch our show, and for those of you who still watch our show, thank you so much. We appreciate your support.
Thanks for joining us. So you can see Tom is in his Christmas best in a Christmas sweater. You know, everybody gets all upset.
What's that?
But they get very like, ew, gross, like a Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
I love a good Christmas sweater. Like yours that you have, I have that one too.
I love this one. It's fun.
I just gotta say, I love a Christmas sweater. So if you have any good Christmas sweaters that you'd like to share with us, put them on our Instagram page. We can check them out. I will say something else that I do enjoy is a good candy cane.
Yeah.
It looks like we're about 2 candy canes apart, maybe?
I don't know. Let's check. Are we 2 candy canes apart? Well, let's see. Let's check. And yeah, we're 2 candy canes apart.
So everybody knows these are a meter, or here in the U.S.
Or we'd say 2 meters apart.
Or 2 meters.
In our friends overseas in Europe or in Canada, 2 meters apart or 6 feet.
6 feet.
Yeah.
So calm down. We are 6 feet apart.
We're still in the midst of this pandemic, so we
Right.
hope that everyone is safe and sane, and we wish you love and light, and that all about positivity. And I think that's what we're still trying to bring is that positivity.
Exactly. And just our crazy zaniness, you know how things work. We have been shopping a lot too.
A little bit, or some of us have been working a second job. Some of us are still hustling, selling their tiki wares to just make some extra money.
And making sure people are getting set up with certain people. That's why you haven't seen us around on the YouTube lately. The last time we saw you was right before Halloween.
It's been that
We went to
long.
Rogers Gardens.
Oh yeah, we did.
Check it out. We have that episode still on the page.
It's nice to just carry on. We started a conversation about the holidays, so what better time to continue and still talk about traditions and just be our festive merriment. I mean, you've got a beautiful tree.
I know. Do you like my tree?
I love it.
He's kind of like the new year, a little wonky. You can't really see, but he is a little wonky. He has some bald spots.
And
but
it's
you know what?
fresh. It's new.
Yeah,
he has
that new tree smell.
Oh.
And he's still fresh. He's very what's the word? Just green. It's beautiful. I love having a real tree. I don't like artificial trees. No offense to anybody who has an artificial tree. I think you do, don't you?
Well, you know what? I'll have to show the viewers later on as we talk. I changed it up.
So you did? Okay.
Yeah, I changed it up a little bit.
One year I had an artificial tree here at the house. And I was crying putting it together because I was like, I don't understand why it works this way. Why you have to open everything. And after that, I said, forget it. I don't care. I will have a real tree again ever since. And I have. So every year, my family, with my mom and dad, we would go out, get our tree usually the 12th or the 15th.
Oh, really?
It fell on my uncle's birthdays. And so we would go get the tree. We would go eat at a place called Kay's Family Restaurant.
This is in Arizona.
In Arizona.
Okay.
And it was a place called Kay's Family Restaurant. I laughed because it was a truck stop. But it was like
Kay's Family Restaurant?
Kay's Family Restaurant was this truck stop on, I think it was 43rd Avenue
Did
and
Marge
McDowell. She may as well. If you guys know the area, I think it was 43rd and McDowell. A Tip Top Nursery was there on the corner right by Kay's. And we would go pick up our tree as well as my grandparents' tree.
Oh, nice.
And so we would have dinner first, then walk over to Tip Top, get our trees. We would take ours home, take the other one to our grandparents' house. And then I was the most impatient child. I wanted to do it that night to decorate it.
Yeah.
But my dad's all, no, next day. So I'd have to be painfully waiting the next day after school.
Oh, so it really builds from
there.
It
really built, yes, it did. And so this time, I actually went and got the tree in the morning on Saturday morning, went to work, came home at 7:30 and started decorating.
Oh, yeah. I know you had sent me like a message like, hey, I'm doing some errands, and then you had that tree on top of your car.
I'll show you the picture.
Wow.
You guys
You're
can
doing
see it
a lot.
now.
I know for myself and my family, we alternated between a real tree and an artificial tree. It was just whatever the mood was or whatever was convenient. But I know for myself in my little condo, yes, an artificial tree, but it's symmetrical. And for me as an avid maker, artist, creator, I had to have something that I could put on some stuff. Yeah, I always did themed trees, and growing up, we had always the mix of ornaments. But I have to say, with my former roommate Dee Dee, great, who turned out to be like a blessing in disguise as a great friend. We were roommates for over a decade, and it just turned out once that we had a real tree, and there were 3 of us in this condo, a 3-bedroom condo, kind of like Three's Company, except
You were Chrissy?
no, well, I was the brown one for sure.
You were just do it. I love it.
But there were 3 of us, and then we put in the money, and we got a real Christmas tree. It was great. My dear friend Dee Dee, we decided, okay, next year we're gonna buy a little Christmas tree for that roommate, and we'll put his ornaments on that one. And we surprised him one year.
It's such a dick move.
But you know what? It turned out he loved it because he got all the attention. We purposely bought the tree without him, the main Christmas tree, and then we got him the tabletop tree. So we went into his room. He thought it was decorated, and then Dee Dee and I started doing a themed Christmas tree. So I think one year we did Egyptian, we did a Japan tree, we did different things.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, question. So were you buying all these new ornaments every year?
Sort of, or because, I think it's the crafty side of me. We were just always making do with what we had. Like, so for example.
So with the Egyptian one, were you finding like old mummies and unwrapping and wrapping your tree with it?
You'll laugh because then we were taking styrofoam, and I think was because Dee Dee's mom used to be a florist or worked in a floral store. We got the idea of taking the Oasis, that foam that you're always poking.
Oh yeah.
And we were taking Dee Dee's what are her earrings that were Egyptian, and I was pushing it through, and it was like this Egyptian design, and then I was carving it to make it look like a stone or a pyramid. We were taking, because I was, still had the early on shopping at like Old Navy, or I should say not Old Navy, but Banana Republic, because they had the nice paper shopping bags. So we were tearing them up, rolling up to look like papyrus. I mean, we were resourceful.
You guys went all out.
Yes, but then the color.
I will tell you, from us with my family, my grandmother, my dad's mom, she would let us go to the Christmas tree every year and pull off an ornament, and it just started a collection on our tree. So I know at home at my parents' house, some of those ornaments that I had as a kid are still on that tree. And of course, ones we know with our picture from elementary school, with the ornament that they make us make every year, but. My nana, she would allow us to take an ornament off the tree. So I have those at home in Phoenix, because even though this is my home here now and it's been my home for a long time, I don't trust myself to have them.
Yay!
Some eggnog
Here's
for
to
you
health
guys.
and a wonderful holiday.
And new shoes.
And new shoes.
Well, I will say.
Woo! Did you spike that?
I'm not gonna say, but it is part of one of my recipes. It is of course an eggnog. Eggnog topped with some cinnamon.
It's like a candy cane dropper. Oh,
yeah. Candy cane tosser. That's what it is. But it is an eggnog with some cinnamon and peppermint. A nice little candy cane to kind of add to it. But speaking of traditions, I was in Phoenix not too long ago, during November, actually. And I went home.
Was this over that Thanksgiving weekend? Or
before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. And helped my aunts make tamales.
Ooh.
Yes, because during Christmas time, especially
so you don't go through the drive-through of like
Del Taco? No. During this time of the year, a lot of his families from Mexican origin, Hispanic origin, whatever you want to call it, actually all come together to make them, and it becomes an assembly line. So for myself, I jumped in. My cousin Jennifer jumped in. My sister, my tia Susie, my tia Leticia, my tia Diana, and my Nina Aida all jumped in.
And it really takes a village then to make.
A village, a small community. All the Guzmanas, basically, my family's last name is Guzman.
Okay.
And so all the Guzmanas all jumped in to make tamales for the family. And everybody who's there making them all takes home X amount of dozens. So I took 7 dozen. My other aunts, they all took 7 dozen each, more or less. But when you have 37 dozen, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
So I was able to actually bring some home with me here.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did, sorry. I only cooked them on Christmas Eve to have them on Christmas Day. So I try to save them. Maybe you want to come by, you can come by for Christmas.
Okay.
But it does take a village. It's an amazing experience because my mom passed last year. And so it took my sister, myself, my cousin Jennifer to jump in and fill my mom's shoes because everybody had a job. And
so you were never always part of that tradition. You was always on the eating end of that?
I was on the eating end of it.
Wow.
I would never be part of it. And it was, a lot of the times it was like, no, the guys don't need to help, men don't need to help. But you know what? At this point in time, we all want to learn and we all want to know how to make it and how to do it. So I was very willing to jump in and want to help. I did some video if you want to see it.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I mean, I wish we could smell it. I wish we can just visualize.
Oh, it's just cool. There's some really good shots in there. My aunt's working and us working on there. It did take a long time, so it was fun.
Let's check it out.
All right, guys, let's see. Hi everybody, so I'm here at my tia's house and we're going to start making tamales. You can see my tia Leticia in the background is setting up part of the table. Anyway, my tia Diana's back there cleaning up, making sure everything's safe and clean. And then, who's back there? Tia Susie. She's, I don't know, something with the stove. My Nina's though, they're making sure the chili is ready to go to put in the tamales. And so we have some of it right here. And my cousin right here, Jennifer, my sister Lisa, they're right there getting ready to, I guess, dive in. We're going to learn how to do it. I guess this is gonna happen. So follow us. All right. Well, now I've been downgraded to washing hojas. So I'm gonna do that. I'll show you what that is. So there, all the corn husks, they're being washed and softened, and it's in burning hot water. Got it. It's too much. Last one, wrap the last one for this season. So we have our few 20, I think 24, 25 dozens of tamales. So we're done for this 2020. Thanks guys for joining. See you later. So that was my morning, that Saturday.
That was amazing, Michael. That is the production.
I know, right?
That's not even drive-through or quick service. Well, you just have to even appreciate our essential workers making that food, let alone your family.
Yeah.
Dedicated that to just keeping that tradition. I mean, it's something that you have to have.
I went one time when I was a kid to my Nana's house when my Nana was alive as well. Went to her house and walked in, and I had just learned to drive, so I drove from our house, which is a whole 2 miles away, and to her house, and I remember walking in to pick up my mom and seeing, like I showed you or told you, all the bags laid out of tamales, all packed. It's a tradition that my Nana started with her mom, and her mom started with her mom, and it just kept going down. And now with my sister, my cousin, and myself, and my aunts, we're all still doing it. And I have other cousins. I have like 40 of us. It's a lot. And we're going to start trying to keep it up because it's a beautiful thing, I think. And my whole entire family does this. Not just my immediate family, but every extension of everybody's family is doing it.
I've been lucky to have a tamale from your family. And, I get you. How can you mess that up?
It's really very hard to mess up. I mean, it's great because it's homemade and it's made with love and it's meant to be that Christmas gift at that time.
So I have to ask you, is there a tip or something that you need to be aware of when you're eating a tamale?
Yes. So
I mean, something that little known, or maybe it was just one of those like pairing it with the wine, or maybe just taking off the husk first.
That's exactly it. No, that's exactly it. Take off the husk. Except, here's your hint. If you have tamales, keep them in the husk on a plate to put in the microwave to warm up. If you just want to warm up in the microwave, which is fine. But put a wet paper towel over it or your tamale is going to dry out and you don't want that to happen. Also be aware, like we put olives in ours, we put black olives in our tamale.
Oh, I love black olives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like my mom would always say, well, that's the little surprise. And my
Okay.
aunts always said that too. I love that part, which I do too. Sometimes people do that, and sometimes they use the green ones that aren't pitted.
Oh yeah, that's
So
not.
be careful.
Yeah,
If
that's
you know
not-
there's a a green olive in there, be sure
That's
that
an extra
you kind of
surprise.
like when you're kind of cutting into it. Oh, there's an olive. Kind of cut into it and make sure it's pitted, because some people do put the whole olive that's not pitted.
That is just odd because I can imagine taking a bite and then all of a sudden you only have one tooth left.
Oh yeah, you can't really enjoy it. Then you really are wanting your 2 front teeth for Christmas, right? That's what you really. It's really happening
It's
like
just
that.
blacked out.
You're like, hi.
Hi,
Those are
teacher,
some of my
thank you.
traditions. What about you? What have you been doing?
Well,
What's the-
it's just something a little bit new. I think ongoing,
That's
but
it.
from the from the artist maker side, I know it's spiked. It's pretty good.
I like a
From
good
the artist
spiking.
and maker side, and I'm always looking at a vision of creativity and just something fun and thinking out of the box
Yeah.
and just having fun. And some of you know that I have fascination with tiki.
Tiki?
or-
Are you
or
sure?
Mid-century modern.
Like right there on my tree?
Oh yeah, you know what?
That's mine. I earned that, by the way. That was my
This
present from my
one
pay.
Of, one of the creations that I did with repurposed shirts. This is an actual Hawaiian shirt that wasn't being used anymore. I think it had a hole in it from Hilo Hattie's.
Oh my
And then-
god, remember Hilo Hattie's?
Yeah, Hilo Hattie's. It still exists in Hawaii,
But not luck.
but just taking this and repurposing it into this miniature shirt ornament. Well,
Did you get it, Louis? Can you
yeah,
get it?
can you get a close up of that? And check it out at Melly Tiki Guys on Instagram. And I take Venmo and I take PayPal.
I knew he was gonna find a plug.
No.
Put it back on the tree, right?
I'm gonna put it back.
Okay.
But we earlier this season we were talking about our passions of just travel and collecting, and sometimes collecting becomes an accident, or it just you
What do
just
we call
acquire
it?
things.
What do we call it? It was a happy accident or junk?
Yeah, happy accident or junk, but I guess
Something like that.
so.
Check out that episode too.
My tradition, it's kind of ever evolving, so it's not necessarily the it's not necessarily warm and fuzzy, but I have to say it's the more materialistic side of the holiday, or
What?
color. And, yeah,
Color.
I know. But hey, so maybe Tom could make them appear, like maybe you can do the genie and ready and.
Look at that! Oh, how fun!
So something a little bit different. Again, is it an accident or is it purposeful as far as the ornaments? But
I love it. I love
it's
how
different.
festive it is. It's
So-
your barrel.
It's nautical theme, obviously. So I took
Obviously.
an old barrel, and then underneath this is a drying rack for cups.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, and then I covered it with this with the netting. But what I've really been into is hula girls, and we'll do a close up of these. But hula girl ornaments in glass are not easy to find. Well, especially the what I'm looking for as far as the detail in the face.
I was asking,
and-
what is it when you're looking for it? What is it you're looking for?
I'm looking for just the details in the faces. You could see that, and these are they're blown, but they're blown into a mold.
I bet
They're
they
not
are.
necessarily free form. So, and then it's funny. These two I really love.
Cute.
These are from it's a hula girl and a surfer boy, but these were given. The surfer boy was given to me by my really great friend, one of my closest friends, Johara.
Hey, Joe!
Hey,
You know what these remind me of? Don't worry, Jahara, I'm not
Yeah.
saying anything nasty. Nothing nasty about it. Well, they remind me of those little wishables that you see. I've seen
Yeah.
them at the Disney store, and they open
They're
them
just
up.
the little guys.
Yeah.
I think these are the itty bitties or I was gonna say
Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
yeah, the itty
Hi,
bitties.
Paula. That's a movie. If anybody saw that movie,
Yeah.
junior high school, don't come after me. That's a junior
No.
high school movie.
But you know what was hard to find was the girlfriend, the hula girl.
Oh, really?
So the surfer boy had to have
popular.
a friend, and I finally found her almost 2 years later. So here's the thing about collecting is being committed and really just really keeping your collection tight, and that's a key thing as far as when you're collecting. You want to just keep it to something that you really like, and does it complement each other too?
You know what? It's so funny you
Yeah.
say that. Every year, I add to the collection on my tree. I collect Santa Clauses. So if anybody knows, I do love Santa Claus. There's one right here. He's holding the world in his hands, part of the Father Christmas collection from Hallmark.
Oh yeah.
But it's kind of like that, right? You want them to complement what
You
you
want to compliment it, and then you just want to, you just want to just really
Right.
just almost be like not minimalist but strict about it. I want to. There's a word of just making sure that does it make sense?
Makes sense.
Does it have a story behind it?
Do you have do all these girls have a story, or is it? Because that was great that you knew Jahara gave you. the
Yeah,
little boy
this
and
is
that
a
one.
great story, but the other ones were just unique finds, and it just goes hand in hand with just with when I was interested in tiki collecting and really, and we'll show you photos of my other tradition that I started this year. But tiki ornaments or just tiki theme ornaments are not easy to find. Usually, sometimes the tikis look like a Native American totem, or they're not necessarily inspired by the tropics. It's just different.
They figure it's brown, throw a light on it, and it's good to go. I think that's kind of funny you say that because it's true. Because I do have a lot of like Mexican, Latin, Hispanic ornaments that are on the tree. I have Jose Carioca, very Mexican right there.
Yeah,
but
I remember I was with you when you got there.
Yeah, we're in Tokyo,
Disneyland. Yeah.
But I have like a Three Caballeros, and I have like a fiesta, like a Feliz Fiestas ornament that for Mexico.
But the way that your tree goes together, everything has a story, but it's whimsical and it's fun.
Right, and this is too, though. It's a different way to put a twist on Christmas.
But you after you look at the detail. Well, this is a Christopher Radko. So Radko ornaments are very famous. They are pretty priced.
I have one too. I have one up there and it says "Believe."
You can see the detail in the face.
Her feet, little feet too.
The little feet. There's another one that I got from Tommy Bahama, and I mean she's got the ukulele, and it says "Happy Hula Days." But the two ladies, I think I was just really taken with how statuesque they are.
Yeah.
They're not they're beautiful. They're like pinup girls.
Tree is great, and you know what? It's perfect for just having. I guess if you have a smaller place,
yeah,
it's something
it's just something I happen to have. Too.
You get creative with that.
Yeah, the anchors. When I thought about it, like subliminally, maybe it's because we grew up as a Navy family. My dad was in the Navy. I was gonna say,
I saw these anchors, and it immediately made me think of your dad.
Yeah, so I think subliminally, it was just part of like my family history. But
like you, I collect ornaments from around the world.
Yeah. And that's I think because we started traveling, so going to the Christmas markets, that's why I think I started getting Christmas markets and eating
and drinking. We'll put a couple of pictures up for you guys to see when we went. What year was that? Christmas 2017?
Yeah, 2017. Yeah, we met Krampus. You went all the way to Central Europe and you got a mermaid. But you could.
It tells a story.
It does, and the fact that it's from the country that they're famous for the ornament stands, the glass blowing. I mean, this is one of my favorites. The sitting mermaid.
I like how that one is. I'm gonna tell you right now, when we were there at all those Christmas markets, I'm not gonna lie, it started to blend. They all started to look alike. But what made it amazing was just the energy during Christmas that you felt there. I mean, we have friends that are always like, "Oh, you went to the Christmas markets? How was that?" Pretty amazing, because the food that was there, the chocolate. Oh God, what else do we have? The glühwein.
It's a heated wine in a mug that people also collect, and if you didn't want the mug, you could return it. And get your deposit back.
But what was great about it, I thought, was just everybody coming together, and they were celebrating, and they were having traditions from their family that they're now set up shop in one of those little markets.
So let me show you what I did, and hey, so Louis, can we roll the film? Modern village.
Where did you get the idea from? When we went to Palm Springs?
Palm Springs, and I think over time I had just been thinking about doing a Christmas palm tree. So it's just, and
I was thinking you were going to do a cactus.
I could do the cactus on the side.
You said mid-century modern. You said desert. So I thought, it's a cactus.
Something that's just uniquely tiki and not inspired by like a Hawaiian shirt or something that you would get at a party supply company.
I mean, I think it's fun because you have two different styles. The traditional Christmas tree. Does my Rudolph, does he light? Yes, he does. Like a traditional Christmas tree, and then something new and exciting to bring in. And of course the palm tree too, which was really great.
Yeah, you like that.
Yeah, I do like that. But I mean, I like the smell of the Christmas tree.
I know, I have to say, that's traditional, so... Yeah. But
I forgot this like that too.
Yeah. Well, let's bring Tom back. So I'm gonna do like my little genie thing. Hey, Tom.
Well, it's our show today.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
We did really good, considering we haven't seen everybody in like a month and a half.
I know. We talked about traditions. We talked about what we're up to.
Christmas decorating and lights. Remember, don't ever throw away. Here's another little piece of something I've learned. Don't ever throw away your family Christmas ornaments that your grandmother may have had from the 50s or 60s, because sometimes those ornaments are worth a lot of money and they bring back a lot of memories. I think that's the best thing to
I think it's
have.
the emotional attachment. You can't rebuy that, but it's just
Right.
that emotion. So, yeah, and I could say you have some vintage
I have a couple
ornaments,
of them,
and I know with my partner Matt, you know, they've got some great ornaments. There was an ornament that I think they were from the 1940s. It's
Really?
amazing. The Shiny and Bright brand.
Shiny and Bright box.
And those
Dawn
are,
has those at
yeah,
his
they're
estate
beautiful.
sale.
Yeah, they're great, and they get better with age, and they're a little
The
bit
patina.
Yeah, the patina. They're
It's
a little
so
bit
neat.
crackling. Yeah.
Yeah. Jane, where's my drink?
Oh my
forgot
God! I
it.
forgot. Oh yeah. Oh
Damn
no.
it.
Okay. Wait. Let me get off the air and.
Drink!
Ah! Ah! Now I have this. I don't know. I feel like I have a splitting
Oh
headache.
my God,
right
what
now.
just happened?
Oh, gosh.
Jeez Louise. Oh my God, hold on, I can't see you.
Oh,
Oh, there you
now you
are.
can see-
Hi, now I can see you. All right, guys, well, that was our show for today. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I think it's great. Hey, so thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's been a while, but don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel
Yeah.
at what is the
What's
channel?
our channel?
We had too much
At the damn show.
At the Damn Show, and then our Instagram account at the Damn,
Damn Show.
Thank
Oh.
you for supporting us this season.
Right, but we still do Poshmark, believe it
Oh,
or not.
yeah,
Check out the
Poshmark.
Poshmark for your Christmas needs.
We're always putting that stuff up there.
Yes, I found
so-
a new bikini bottom I want to put
Oh
up
my
there.
gosh, Mr. Church pants, boots,
Yes,
whatever.
exactly.
Some used Tiffany jewelry.
I'll be on there checking that
Yeah.
out.
Oh.
All right, guys. Well, Merry Christmas,
Merry
Happy New
Christmas,
Year,
happy
be
holidays,
safe.
Happy Hanukkah to you.
Happy holidays. everybody.
Kwanzaa. So-
Happy Kwanzaa, Mark.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Hi, guys.
I'm Michael.
Again, you're Michael. Why is that?
Because I'm
How
always
much
looking at you.
eggnog did you have?